Determining a number within a prescribed distance. Determine all values x within a distance of 4 from the number 5. So let's kind of work backwards. Let's get a graph to see exactly what's going on here. So a distance of 4 from the number 5. So we're starting off with 5 here, and we're jumping 1, 2, 3, 4 values to the left, bringing us to 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4 values from the right, which is 9. So we're looking at that distance right there. So within a prescribed distance, so all of those values are within 5 units. So we want, so these values here, us moving this over 5 units is going to be our value x. And if we wanted to end up at 5, we have to subtract 5 from it. So we're already subtracting from what we know we're going to add in the future. So in order for it to be 5, we have to subtract 5 from it. And now a prescribed, I'm sorry, having a moment. Okay, so from here, in order for it to be within these values, we're looking at plus or minus these distances. And the best thing we could do is throw absolute value signs around this. Absolute value is going to measure the distance away from the value we're trying to look for. So in this case, the distance away from 5. And we want this number to be either less than or equal to. So we want it to be smaller than 5, but also greater than 5. So we're going to have less than or equal to positive 4, because we want 4 units away from that value. So just to make sure, we could solve these to be either x minus 5 being less than or equal to 4, or x minus 5 being greater than or equal to negative 4. So looking at the absolute value, we have to give it the option of it being either a positive number inside the brackets or inside the absolute value signs, or also a negative number inside those absolute value signs, so that when you take the absolute value of that number, you end up with a positive number. So it's very similar to the square root thing that we were talking about in section 2.5. We kind of have that same thing going on here. Absolute value signs are just going to look at the distance away from 0 or the distance away from our inside part. Let's solve it just to make sure. So plus 5 here, plus 5. X is less than or equal to a positive 9. All right, and over here, plus 5 here, plus 5 here. X is greater than or equal to positive 1. So it looks like we got those values here. So all in all, so determine all values x within a distance of 4 from the number 5. We could represent that value by just stating the absolute value of x minus 5 is less than or equal to 4. And that's it. A bit confusing, I know, but it'll come a lot easier the more that you read on in this section and the more problems that you try. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, bye.